So this week we decided to scan our target networks. The network that I decided to target was my own at home, and these are the results of my scan. I ran the Nmap with SN, which only sends an ICMP request and doesn't send, doesn't it sends a ping, so you're able to find out the host and what it's running. As you can see here, I found all these devices on my system which are currently up and running. Now, I did find a few ones that I found interesting, and I actually scanned one of them. We do have a lot of devices at home, a lot that we don't know. Here's Xbox, for example. It scans the first 1,000 hosts. Um, but I did find one that was unknown, which I later scanned, uh, just to kind of find out a little more about it, to see what exactly it was running or what was running on it. But it didn't really give me a lot of information. Um, so I went ahead and I scanned that unknown host. It's up here, and I ran it with the OS or the O flag, which should tell the OS, but I couldn't find it. It was named unknown.home, so I'm assuming it's probably like some Google device or something that we have ready. Um, and you can see here it's running. Well, it did find that it's running Linux, so obviously it's might be a phone. It looks like or a tablet of some sort, and you can find this out. It's Sony Ericsson. The only port that I did find open for it was 6668. Now, with this scan that I did initially, I only ran, the regular scan. I didn't put this flag on it to run, to check all the ports. So this flag only found looked for the first 1,000 ports. The scan. Um, Now I went ahead and I ran. I'm also running a Metasploitable machine on my VMs, and along with two Ubuntu's, one Ubuntu 20.04 and one Ubuntu 14.04. So, because I want the 14.04 just because it's a lot, it's not as updated. So I ended up running a scan on the Metasploitable machine that I have. As you can see here, I have some errors. So just things didn't necessarily work out at first. But here's a report on the first one that I did with all the flags and with all the ports. So this has it's an aggressive scan, and this has a dash p dash on it, and it shows you quite an extensive report um, of things that are open, ports that are open, possible places to exploit. Um, and here I ran it without any flags to just see what it would give me, and it did show me the ports right here, but and it gave me the MAC address, but it did not give me any more information about that I might find useful. Things like the OS or what's running. It just gave me the ports and what they run. Like here's a Telnet, it's open. SSH 22 is open. FTP is open. Things like that. So I also ran a report on or a scan on my other Linux systems. Um, and the thing that I like about Nmap is that it tells you that how many hops away you are. So it does a trace route as well. It has that option to do a trace route, which is great. I also ran a report on just to see what my other Linux machines were doing, what my other Ubuntu machines were doing, and it, it it's interesting. It finds the MAC address, so you could possibly spoof it. Or we're doing something like MAC filtering. You could possibly spoof it. It'll show you what ports are open, so you could find vulnerabilities for these. And it gives you a lot of options on what to do. I could put this in a report and give it to my client and tell them, look, I found this and that port is open, and it's there's a possibility of infiltration.